Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with Jason Stewart of Midwest Agri. They are a partner of ours here at our Pink Buckle event. Very excited to hear about what they're up to with pelleted feeds and beet pulp products. There's a lot that we can learn from you guys in terms of nutrition and what you have to offer. So first of all, explain Midwest Agri and what you guys offer with the beet pulp pellets.
Yeah, Midwest Agri is there's 13 different sugar beet factories, and Midwest Agri is an umbrella for them. And we produce 70% of the nation's pulp. Okay, so there's, umpteen different things come out. The main thing out of a sugar beet's the sugar, and that's extracted, and then on down the line through the processes, you end up with pulp. And we have a pelleted version and a shredded version. And we're just getting our pelleted bagged product kind of off the ground. It hasn't been out for like a year. They've sold it in bulk for a long time. They sell it by rail car, truckloads, things of that nature. But it's a base. Beet pulp is a base in a lot of finished feeds, and we're not a finished feed. We just pelletize the actual pulp. It goes through a drying process and it gets pelleted. But we sell, base ingredient like the Purina, Nutrina, things of that nature. I've had a relationship with them for a long time. And there's, a few other feed companies. Anyway, but we're trying to get this pelleted version out to consumers and kind of educate them on the product.
Very, very well said. Thank you for that explanation. So say someone at home is watching this and they have their feed program. How would these pellets or these shreds kind of work into maybe what they're already doing, or where would this be a good application for the product that you guys create?
Well, I'll tell you, and if you're in the ag-related things at all, whether it be, barrel racing, roping events, anything, ranching, farming, the hay acres, and it's a proven fact. I mean, I get all these emails now that I have a real job for the first time. All the time, the guys that are paid analysts, I mean, they do this for a living. The hay acres in the United States of America have steadily gone down over time, and they're not coming back. It's not like they're getting planted into different crops. They're getting houses put on them and subdivisions and, things of that nature. We've seen it here just this summer, with the drought all over the Midwest, the southern Southwest, things of that nature. Out west, like Arizona, for instance, they've had last winter when they're supposed to be cutting their hay, they had a lot of rain, so they get their hay, everything got put back. I've been going back to Arizona the last few winters and roping a little and spending time, and hay was, it was like $19 a bale in the spring when I left in March, and now they're telling me at the feed store, it's like $29 a bale. Well, if you do the math on a 100-pound bale times 20 bales in a ton, it's like almost $600 a ton. Well, and the reason for that is, they're not being able to provide the quality, the product, so whatever there is, it's all supply and demand, right? Well, our product, and I'm not saying it's a replacement for hay or your grain or anything like that, and we're not competing with a Purina or a Nutrina or a Total Feeds because we're not a finished feed and we're just beet pulp. But the benefits to beet pulp are pretty cool. It's a super fiber. It's one of the most highly digestible fibers in existence, right? Pound for pound, less a couple macronutrients. I'm told, I've just been learning all this in my new gig, but it's the same pound for pound as alfalfa, less a couple macronutrients, but it's half the protein. Okay, so like I've been feeding it going on probably 8 months now, and just my own personal experience, I mean, I went from feeding 2 flakes, 3-tie alfalfa bale, 2 flakes in the morning and 2 flakes at night, and I've always personally been a Purina guy, and I fed either Strategy or now Healthy Edge, and a full can of that, can and a half every day, to been feeding a flake in the morning, a flake at night, and a half a coffee can of these pellets. We soak them, or I do personally. You can feed them dry if you want. But the cool part about soaking them, they're kind of like them little scrunchy dinosaurs you got when you were a kid. You pour water on them and they expand. And like a half a coffee can will make a half a bucket of feed. Plus you can add your supplement or whatever, and then I add my grain to it on top of it. and mix it together, and it's cut back on my hay. I'm still getting my fiber out of it with the roughage. It's really high in energy, which is cool, and the digestibility. It's been known forever as a kind of a old man feed. A horse that's a poor doer, bad teeth, things of that nature, because it's so highly digestible. But it fits into your proven horses. Like, we're here at the Pink Buckle, of course. Molly Otto is one of our endorsees, and she made the NFR last year on her mare, and I think she's 7 years old now, so she must have been 6 back then. So it's not just for old horses. There's application everywhere. This can help stretch your dollar a little farther, plus with the added benefit of the high digestibility, the energy that's in it. I just think it's a good fit in your feed program to take a look at. I mean, we're not, like I said, we're not trying to say we're a cure-all for anything, but I think it dang sure, and the availability of it, it's going to be happening for eons to come, because the first thing they do with this is they make sugar out of it.
Right.
The world has to have sugar. Yeah. So the acres of sugar beets are not going away, right? So it's going to be sustainable, and they're cost effective. That's cool. And with the way horses are, the market on horses nowadays in the Western industry, on all different events, not just barrel racing or roping, man, it's something to look at going forward for sure.
Absolutely. Well, and it's fun to know that it's an established, proven company behind this brand. Like you said, Midwest Agri it's a very, very trustworthy company. These are ingredients that people are probably already using in their feeds. So this is something, it's not new to horses, it's just a new application for it. So we're very excited to have you guys on board as a partner, and thank you for coming and being at Pink Buckle this week.
Thank you very much for having us. Proud to be here.
All right, back to the barrel racing.